And we are live. We are live. On the YouTube. Alright, here we go. Let's get started, Berber. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hey, 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 hey. Media Tech, welcome. Good morning, one and all. I hope everyone is well. Oh, that's quite loud, isn't it? Bloody hell. Is my noise? Yeah. Okay, let me just knock that down a little bit, so it doesn't blast out too much into the red. Yeah, there we go. That's not too bad. Wow, Firesworn's joining us today. Holy moly! How's it going? How's it going? The only two people on the WoW server. What are you working on? I don't know yet. I don't know. What do you want me to work on? Is there anything you'd like me to look at? Last week we just started playing on a WoW server. Oh, I love it when it rains in the game. On a private server is what we started working on. Where's my sound? Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, you've been moving around a lot. Well, physically, gaming server. What are you working on? Gaming server, media server. So this is a private WoW server sat behind Tailscale. So I'm actually going to do a video on this soon. I'm in the process of just scripting it up. Oh, cool. What made you move around so much? Is there anything you'd like me to look at, Media Tech? Is there anything about running a WoW private server that you want to look at, or anything else in tech? Anything in particular? Any questions? Any thoughts? Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. It doesn't have to be a question about gaming. It can be a question about what are you currently working on. Have you got a project going on at the moment?
Or the Alliance.
Yeah, I really fancy, I want to get some music for my stream, actually. I should probably look at that, shouldn't I? Streaming music, royalty free. The services for it, but I can't remember. There was one I used to use back in the day. Okay, let's have a look. The house we were living in CA was problematic, and the housing is crazy expensive in LA, so we decided to move back to New Hampshire, okay, to be closer to family. We'll go to CA for winter, New Hampshire. That's where my wife was born, New Hampshire. Alright, music options, so let's have a look. Oh wow, okay. Chill hop. I'll be working on some videos. Currently I'm working on configuring my radio station podcast system. That's cool. What software are you using for that? That sounds really cool. Stream Beats, isn't that the one run by that Majiggy Wiggy fella? What's his name? He's a streamer, right? Stream Beats. Yeah, Senpai, that's it. Bit of a cringe name. Senpai. Senpai Gaming. Ugh. Bit cringe, but that's okay. That's a good chill hop. Alright. At time of posting 1500 tracks. Check it out. Set on arrives off brand new spring news. Da 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 da. Okay. Oh, do you just put it in the background? Oh. Okay. I was thinking that that's to download something, but that actually makes sense. Azura cast for the radio station. So is that it's not loading very well, is it? Not quite base. There are a few mods installed. There is the only two though. Only solo craft. Sorry, auto balance, solo dungeon. That's it. Caster pod for on-demand podcasting. Interesting. But that's it, Firespawn, yeah. So pretty base really. FFmpeg for 24/7 streaming. Okay, Azuracast. Let's have a look. Web base station, free open source, self-hosted web radio station in a box. Nice. Okay. That's pretty cool. Documentation, media management. Oh wow, S3 compatible as well. That's pretty good. You use like MinIO or something. That's pretty cool. Onecast. Okay. Open source video web chat server for use with the. To be honest with you, like, because I've got quite a nice connection at home, it's been something I've been considering, but I don't know, like, streaming to YouTube works perfectly fine. I don't think there's anything to be concerned with streaming on YouTube, but it is definitely, I always think, they can sort of like take down your videos whenever you want, but I do have a nice connection at home for a reason. But being able to stream it and own it yourself is very, very cool. It's very cool indeed. So you're right, I do like this. This is good. Thank you for the recommendation. Let me have a look at this guy. He's in Italy. tv.learns.it. Learns it. He might be online now. It's quite late though if he's in Italy. Oh no, it's not actually. It's not that late in Italy. Do you want to play Firespawn? Okay, so what player that is? Does it come with a built-in player? Yeah, it's even got a chat and everything about. That's pretty cool. Okay. You'll need Tailscale. It's free. Won't cost anything. It's just a VPN. You just get a Tailscale account. Sign up. Give me the email address in private of the email that you used to register to Tailscale. And then you can connect to it. So it's effectively, I call it a private server. I'm going to do a video on it soon. So effectively, it allows me to make the server public without making the server public, effectively. Tailscale's amazing. I love Tailscale. It's really, really good. It means you can make it like super like private. So it's private from the fact that you're running a private server, but then it's private from the fact that it's on a Tailscale network. Look at this guy go. That's pretty good. Hamachi. What's Hamachi? What was that? Hamachi. I'm gonna do Hamachi WoW. Hamachi. Nothing yet. Smells like Hamachi. Smells like Hamachi. Was an old VPN software. Don't know if it's still used. Oh, don't know what Hamachi is. This is ancient Tailscale. Ah, okay. Tailscale's extremely good, man. Like it's almost like the deep magic. Yeah, it's basically nat traversal. Yeah, it's pretty clever stuff. Dragon is not online. Outrageous. Outrageous. Hamachilan would find it. Open it to the router. Let's have a look at this. Multipath TCP to really aggregate multiple interconnections and OpenWRT. I've been tempted by an OpenWRT router, but I haven't got around to it. It's still active, very active. Cool. So multi-modem 1, modem 2. Okay. Interesting. Everything's recreated, dude. Nothing's original in this field. Everything's just... Yeah, exactly. Everything's just... It's not original anymore. Not even the cloud's original. Pretty certain cloud. I think pretty certain that Sun Microsystems created a cloud in like 1986 or something. It's just not even, none of it's original. None of it's original. We're just going completely full circle. Look at WebAssembly, man. Like, it's insane. Oh, we can run assembly in the browser. It's like, can you? Okay, you can also run assembly. You can also compile it and just run the binary on the operating system that you already have. Yeah, but it's inside a sandbox. Okay, so you can't sandbox processes at the operating system level. Okay then. Oh, we got Docker now. It's like, well, yeah. That's sort of my point. It's just, it's insane. Malvius. Welcome. If you if you sign up to Tailscale, then you can come and play WoW if you want to. Right, I'm going to play. I'm going to level a little bit, but I'm also happy to talk tech if people want to talk tech. Talk tech. I'm going to be doing a little bit more scripting soon. Forget your D drive. You've lost your D. Get it? Okay. Sorry. It's early in the morning. God, I hate Windows. I'm so glad I'm not using that shit anymore. So glad I'm not using that shit anymore. The only thing, like, even... it won't be affected by other VPNs. You're all good. Actually, I should probably just hit 6 and go get the skill. Oh, do I have the money? No, I don't. Now I'm getting attacked! Ah! Oh wow, look, it's like, it's WoW but hard. Do you remember that? Do you remember when WoW was hard and you could actually die? Hello. Alright, Trouble. How you doing, mate? Dragon's still not on. Absolutely outrageous. Don't know what he thinks he's playing at. Yeah, you good, mate? What is that? At what cost? GM command to change password didn't work. Ah, yikes. Oh, look, I need to do my better professions mode. Dragon has come online. 8 minutes past midnight. Can't earlier than that. Glad you're feeling better, Trouble. Yeah, so the one that you use for Tailscale, dude. And then I'll go into the admin. Admin console. It'd be interesting to see the limit on how many. So the way you do it in Tailscale is you basically you share it out by basically sharing it with the email address. And I'm actually really tempted to see what the limit is on that, because I don't think they currently have one per se. Okay, I sent you an email file, so you have to go in and accept that. And then let me just double check that you are in the ACL, and you are. Okay, you should be good to go. And then let's get you. Dragon went offline and then came back online again. How dare he? Alright, no, what's going on here? Yeah, that's the one. Data, ENGB, RAM list. What was the, oh yeah, and then you want to connect to drop dashboard dash pang on chestnut. You want to connect to that. I sent you the link in private there. Sweet. Do people need to meet on your telnet, or can they be on your own telnet? You can actually go to server, and then you can click on share. You click on share, and then you put their email address in, the one that they registered with Tailscale, And it just invites them to that one server. It just invites them to that one server. But at the moment, there's no sort of... You don't need to be on the... I think it works it out, the whole tailscale thing. So tailscale automatically connects to see if connecting to a tailscale IP. Yeah, that's how VPNs work. They use the routing table in the operating system to determine, to route across their connections. That's right, exactly, media, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know then. I had no idea, Dragon. Maybe enabled when you rebooted or something. Spider! Trying to get motivated. Okay, well, just pick one. Just pick one. Write a script. Or whatever method it is that you use. And just go. Just start. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Really, why did that payment fail? Bloody hell. Got no money. Yeah, poor. Oh well. Oh, do you need to add your own account? Yeah, you're right. Can you do that from in the game? Have I considered any of the projects? No, I haven't actually. I've seen them, but I just haven't. I don't know. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do about you? I don't know. What would be good? Well, people will see the password. No, they won't. Not if I just move the window out the way. Boom. See? Done. How do I do it? Is it just the same add account stuff? Add account? Actually, you can do it, Dragon. You're a GM. Is it literally just... Oh, okay. You can actually do that. Right, great, okay. It says your account level is 3. So did that work or did it not work? Didn't. Okay. But I'm GM. I'm a global overlord of all things. Wow. What do you mean? But oh. I'm just going to stop the server. We have to literally stop the server so that we can. Let's go back into the inn and I'll set myself as level 4. I'll have to shut down the server though, because I don't keep the console open. I always shut it down in the background. I didn't even know there was a level 4. I don't know why I just automatically add level 3. I don't know why I do level 3. What's your ping, by the way, Dragon, to the server? Just out of interest. I'm gonna shut down the server, by the way. $332 milliseconds. It's pretty bad, but I guess there's only a few of us, so we hit level 4 for that command. Okay, I'll have to yeet and delete the server. SSH in. Alrighty. Well, I'll go in then, and then I'll have to, because again, I don't really keep the server running in the background. I just use System D. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Oh, actually, let's just do... It's gonna go offline, mate. Boom, you're offline. Haha. Alright. Then... At least I don't think I do, anyway. BIM. Console... Yeah, console enabled 0. Okay. Oh, you're disconnected. Yeah, I know. I sort of think I should just run it in a tmux, shouldn't I? Should just run it in a tmux. Or just give myself level 4. Okay. Account set GM level like 4. So even inside of that, but yeah, 300 is a bit bad. Account GM level mic for -1, and it says you have low security level for this. I don't think there is a 4. I don't think I've ever been SSF 4. I don't know where that's coming from. I can't set 4. On myself, that is. Just make sure that... Yeah, okay. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Alright, I'll bring it back up now. Says 4. I can't set 4. Yeah, I know, I believe you, but I can't. 4 might just mean console. Ah, that's a good point. Account set GM level security 4. I think it might mean console. Yeah. So it can't be done in game. That's really annoying. I'll have to check with the Azeroth core team to see if. Alright. Anyway, it's running now. If you want to jump in, just depends on me not losing my SSH. In fact, let me just no, let me stop actually. I'll run a Alright, I'll just run it in a screen. Alright. Go! Should be good. I just ran it in a screen this time, so I can go back in if I need to. You got in quicker than I did. $300 milliseconds, my ass. How bad is it though, 300 milliseconds? Is it actually that bad for an MMO? Because I play EVE Online and I think I'm pretty much like 150, 200 constantly. And EVE Online's a pretty reactive game. How choppy is it? Is it like really choppy? Predictive anti-lag. Oh, okay. The world is a bit fine. I think that's probably the predictive anti-lag. Yeah, if it's got any. PvP, I can imagine being a nightmare. Would raids and dungeons really be a nightmare? Wouldn't raids and dungeons just be the same? Your connection would be the same to them. Oh, you mean for like mechanics? Oh, like mechanics and stuff, I guess, right? Like you gotta dodge things and... Can't do mechanics. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yes. Can I what happens if I give you these? Do they work? Nice. I need to go sell stuff. Actually, my bag's full of crap. I'll serve boss mechanics to server only. That makes sense. So you can't cheat. Cheat, 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 cheat. Hey! Do you sell? Yeah, you do. You buy and sell junk. You're gonna buy and sell all my junk. Maybe not the linen though. Or the smoked pumpkin. But you are gonna buy the rest of the crap.
Go with honor, friend.
So actually, not only is mechanics worse, but a bottle of Pinot Noir. Oh, thank you, Mr. Game Master. So I think the mechanics worse, but you actually get less off with lag than if you don't have lag. Pause server side adds up each cast and winds up with you missing over a dozen spell casts for a given fight. Wow. Wow, Ascension. Is that yeah? Because in EVE Online, it's like there's like a 2-second sort of like window. All right, I'm gonna go get the gold dust. Have you got the quests, Dragon? Can I share the quest? You've done them? What do you mean? You've been inside the mine and got the gold and everything. God damn it, bro! Did you just keep playing after I went offline? You're mean. I was actually thinking of doing like a leveling challenge where we you played on Wednesday. Ah, okay. I need to do a backup of the server actually, now that we've got established characters and stuff. I was thinking of doing a thing where we see who can level the fastest, but we only play within this like 2 hours, and we have to return to Goldshire, but I would have to remove your GM to do it, so to make sure that you don't cheat. Are you joining us, Fire? Come on, man. He gave you your username and password and everything, bruh. Yeah, it's a good point, actually. Dragon. I just realised I'm not buffed, bro. Forgot to buff myself. Oh, water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. I think God is at his thing tonight. He's got a comedy thing that he's at, and that's why he's not online. Oh, there's a bit of loot here. A large candle. How wonderful. Where am I going here? Am I going the wrong way? No. Yes? Hang on, what do I want to do here? Large candle, gold dust. Forgotten the way. Isn't it over here? It's over here. Yeah, it's over here. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, get him, get him. Get it. Get it. Gold dust. Oh, there's another one. 45 EXP. Playing catchy-upsies. I'm happy to leave the server running as well, actually, to be honest. I don't really mind either way. Alright, let's pull an obscene amount and see what happens. Let's pull this guy here behind the tree. Oh, you pulled 2. Oh no. That's okay. I don't think we're going to have an issue. I think we'll be fine. Yay. Yay. Oh. Hey, you got me. You pulled the entire mine. It was fine. Really? You can heal though. IR cannot heal. Keg. Imagine if mages could heal. I was going to ask actually if you guys wanted me to check out other WoW projects. I can look at Ascension and Turtle. Vicewall. Dude, you're like miles away. Oh yeah, in Elwyn Forest. Okay, cool. I thought you were like literally in the Draenei starting zone. I'm gonna be like, oh my god. Last one's gonna get deleted. Woo! You got a level, dude. How are you gonna level? And gone. What do you level from us killing these? Wow, fast. Smooth and efficient death.
It's too far away.
If I apply my many nodes, patch to the database, will have far more nodes. Oh, well, that's nice. Thanks. Very nice of you. Good couple of quests to hand in. Quests are good. Quest is solid. I've got to go in the mine though as well, which sucks. I hate going in those things. He's back! Back. He's back. Oh, he's back. Oh, there's a chest. Oh. I'll just be greed on that and greed on that. Greed. Grade A. Bartender is broken. That's an add-on, right? Oh. Oh, I see. That's why he's logging in and out. I wonder if Firestone's got a ready to go. I reckon what we do is we look at these areas and we mod them. Let's have a think of what we can do to mod. How can we mod this area? How can we make it different? What can we do? No client-side changes. Legion invasion. Alright. And can we handle that at level 5? Correction, level 6. Booyah. They want the candles. Oh my god. They're here to take them and melt them and make one giant candle. What do you reckon, Swan? What should we do? More than happy to just keep playing private. There's one there to the left. Keep playing privately and of Legion invasion. Okay, how do we make that happen? Handle elements with no modifications. Well, no clients have modifications. Like, how do we just utilize what's in the world already? To oh no, 2. How do we modify just the world, the open world? No client downloads. That's what I mean. That's modding to me. Yeah, I know we can. We totally can do that, I'm aware. Yeah. But I just mean, how do we add, how and what do we add to the world to make it custom? If you're talking party, by the way, you can, everyone can see it then, regardless of where they are. No kill me, no kill me! Yeah, Windows sucks. So bad. Yeah, that's true. It will have exceptions for one because it knows what it is, right? Which is kind of bad. Yeah, it is kind of bad. Because it can, at this point in time, it probably quite exploitable. What about yeah, good old Windows. How about we? Because one idea I had was improving the number of nodes available for like crafting, but then having it so that there was extra mods in the world that came like whose population increased and decreased in and around the forest and Stormwind, as in like an attack on the city, based on whether or not you manufactured things and handed them in. And if you handed in like weapons and armor and stuff like that, it increased the number of guards and pushed back the attack. And then if you push back the attack, then rare vendors would come and sell you shit. But we need something to then do the computation on the background to determine whether we need to do scripting, yeah. AQ gates for someone? Okay. That sounds good. So we go AQ, can we trigger the AQ gates? Can we, like now, can we go and like actually look at that? That would be really funny. What are you, leather? I'll just greed on that then. Green leather. The AQ gates. You can, but AQ gate event doesn't work right, probably. Yeah, but also the fact what's been correctly pointed out is also to Wrath of the Lichking, right? Were the AQ gates in Wrath of the Lichking? I can never remember. I wonder what cool they are there. Alright, let's finish these quests and then we'll go travel. Oh no, that'll level us, won't it? Create a separate character. We should create separate characters for just travelling around and fucking around with. And looking at the world. That was actually another video idea that I had, which I don't know if you'd be interested. I think it'd be pretty cool. Is looking at the lore or lack of lore around NPCs and characters in Azeroth that are just there, like they just exist. Like they don't really have a story or anything, and just finding them. Oh, you got another one. Yippee! How far into this goddamn mine have I got to go? No, I've got to do scout through the Fargo Deep Mine. What are limited in terms of frameworks? I don't think I have a. I think I have a Luna running. Yeah. I actually find it's better to not work directly with lower entrance actually. Oh, have I come in the... Yeah, this is the lower entrance, isn't it? Oh, did I come in the wrong entrance? Alright, well, we're gonna go down here anyway.
That's still recharging.
My original idea for doing the world dynamic world was to have something running on the hourly, and then have it look at the tables where, so effectively having a C++ module that detected when you handed in certain quests, and then when you did that it would oh no, I think I've just pulled 3. Yeah, I just pulled 3, guys. 4, brace yourselves, inbound. Oh god, I'm dead. Time to heal, bro. Here we go. Here we go. You know, take candle. I'll take that candle down. Taking that candle whether you like it or not. Oh, fire swan! Protect fire swan. Good job, good job. Gift of the Rose business. What does that do? I've heard of it, I know of it, I can't remember what it does though. Does it make you basically like Gift of Naru? Heal over time. Damn. Oh, you cheaters and you cheats. You cheaters and you cheats. Space Goat ratio. Oh, there's a rare Nog. Should we pull him? Nog. Nog. You said it. Imagine if the mage get healed. Yeah, that's a good point actually. 3-minute cooldown on a heal. Cheating. I'm going down. We're gonna die. Oh, good heal. Time to die, Nog. Time to die. Ratty old belt. Well, lucky you. And this is a oh no, okay. There's a battered chest here. Greed. Greed. For me anyway. Oh, did I get a healing potion though? That's some tough jerky. That's nice. Where's that tough jerky gone? Put that there. We'll put that there. Oh, there's an apple. And the healing potion. It's very nice. Every man for himself. Alright, well, so far so bad. I think if you keep going, you'd come out the lower entrance and the scouting should be completed. Better that be. Oh, they're all back again. They're all back again. What's happened to Swan? Is he disconnected? This would be a nice place for me to test whether AI can write functional scripts. Yeah. Oh, you're in Gosha. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do if you want. We can totally do that for you. I'll give you a VM and just make it so that it can connect to stuff. But originally what I was going to do is have it so that it a C++ module basically detected, ran every now and then, detected when you did something, like handed in a particular quest. And then it would update a particular table with a counter to say that you'd handed in, like, first aid bandages or whatnot, and then would and then this thing would run every hour and determine whether or not to increase or lower the number of forces in the world. But it did it at the database level, and so it would mean that you would have to. That means that you would have to. Whoops, it should be there. Oh, that's now defunct. It meant that then you'd need to restart the server. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, but I was going to do that nightly anyway, because then I thought, well, I don't really see anything wrong with a 60-second downtime every night. Well, if you think about a 60-second downtime, I can then back up the database, right? Oh, that's 2. Okay. I can do a database backup at the same time. And then as long as I've got the same binary, it would be very easy for anyone to replicate the server if necessary.
Inventory is full.
My inventory is foul. Well, what are you worth? 1 copper. No, just leave the rest, it's fine. Oh, this guy's got...
I can't carry anymore.
So 58 copper...
Inventory is full.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, I did win it? Okay. So let me get rid of that then.
I need both hands for my weapon.
Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry. The more you do in DB, the harder it'll be for others to run it. Yeah, okay. So how would you then... So the idea was originally... The idea then was originally to... So you'd need to create the quests, which we could easily do with Daisy. Then you would need to... Yeah, table's no problem, but I'm just trying to think. Yeah, okay, I guess you just had to have an event. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You just need to track. You just need to track like the input and output effectively. So you need waves. So like every hour, you need to effectively go. Okay, what's been added in, and then you would go. This many things have been added in. What can the city quote unquote buy? Oh, sorry, the in-game chat. WoW in-game. Yeah, sorry. They're chatting down here as well. It's obviously going to be easy for them because they're in the game. You can join us if you want, Malvis. Just need to get on... get buried from loot. Ha. Oh, well, let me... create new window. Okay, I used to do this back in the day. I had P, G, and W for party... there we go. Just use party. We're discussing options for modding the server. What was the
That's still recharging.
just trying to think. Yeah, and then the city would effectively buy like guards, and then when guards would show up, it made the area safer. So then you'd get NPCs that would come up. That would effectively be rare and would sell you rare stuff. And then... effectively, I was thinking of turning the whole of Elwyn Forest, Stormwind, what's it called, Redridge Mountains, and the other place, Westfall, maybe even Duskwood as well. You could make those 4 zones into just like a sub game. That was effectively my original intention. Was effectively to, oh my god, he's pulled 3. Into like a sub game essentially. So you didn't really need to lead the zones. Is what I was gonna do, and then change the starting points for all the races, so they all just start in Elwyn Forest with the humans, or have like a small envoy near the church for each sort of starting race, and then just turn off Horde. It could even be a Horde invasion. It can be Legion, but it can also be Horde, right? Perhaps not quest. An Alula dialogue rather than having to deal with quests. There, you're done. Okay, go. Let's get back. Go. Back to go chat. No, I prefer Legion, but that's just flavor. I can do Horde as well. Legion sounds good, but I think quests make sense. You gotta think of lore as well. Like, why are we doing this? How does it fit into the world? It's got to make sense.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
See you later. Hey there.
Where are we? Don't need that mace, I don't think. Well, hang on. Hang on. Hang on, can I? No, I can't use a mace, can I? No, not yet anyway. Okay. Mail. That's a mace. That's crap. Is it better than what I've got? No. Be gone. Leather. Gone. Eat it.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. You have a good one.
Good day to you.
Okay, bring to the ship about to Stormwind. Yeah, I might do that. I'll think about it, bro. How deep you want to go with the lore? Because I can give you a whole write-up about how the Legion's completely decimated all the Azeroth, so Elwyn, Redridge. Yeah, you won't do it, man. You'll just get AI to do it. I know you. You're a cheater. With your Whispers of the Naru or whatever it's called. Just kidding. Oh my god, another mine. I don't want to go in another mine. There's just so many mines. Psh, nah, man. Could ride it.
How are you?
Just use AI, bro.
Safe travel.
Oh my god.
Hello.
want you to speak with Marshall. Oh yeah. Oh, this is the thingy. All right, let me. I should have some. What's a majiggy? I love the humans don't even do any flip. They just jump. They just go up and down. Jump, 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 jump. And you're like, come on, do something. Do something fun.
Hey there.
Hey there. Hey there. Definitely want Fire Blast. Fireball. Minimum. Conjure food. I'm not wasting this copper on that right now. I don't need. There's just so much food. I just don't need to conjure any of it. Is that rank 2? Yeah. Yet. Yeah, correct. I don't need it yet. But there's just so much food around right now. Okay, intending to go 1 to 60 in zones? Yep, exactly right. But like the 60 would be pushed to the back. So if we look at the map, we're here, right? We're on Goldshire. Imagine like your 60s are sort of like over here. Or you could actually go 1 to 40. Actually, I reckon you go 1 to 30 instead of Elwyn Forest. And then sort of like 40 in Westfall. And maybe 40, 50 in Redridge. And then 60 in Dustwood. And maybe like 60 to 62, 63. And then we can have mobs roam. But basically complete open world. And the idea is that it's the last ditch effort to protect Stonewind and Northshire. And the players can still go elsewhere in the world if they want to. They can still leave. We'd also want them getting a mount really, really quickly. What just happened? A jewel? You kick my butt, bruh. You kick my butt.
That spell isn't ready yet.
You're gonna kick my butt. See?
That's still
You're also higher level. You get to heal, I get to heal. See, you can just heal. I need to be able to, what's a majiggy? Sheep. We are same level. Oh, okay, fair enough. Did I give mounts at level 1 of my 100? Treat no shell like on board. I agree entirely. Yeah, I do already have that set up, but it's level 10. I've already got a mod for that, but I can just it's just SQL that modifies everything. But I can change it to 1. Okay. I'm going to let's go look at the world. I'm going to log out and log into my other character. Do you need anything from me, First One? I'm going to log into this. Oh, I'm going to just create another character just called Mr. Explorer. But I'm going to be a lady. I'm going to be a gnome. Lady gnome. I'm going to be a lady gnome. Warlock. That name is unavailable. Suck it. Okay, Explorer. I'm going to use this one to fly around.
The eccentric, often brilliant gnomes.
The eccentric, often brilliant gnomes. Display IDs fixer by Echoes loaded successfully. It doesn't say a lunar on this one, so I'm actually unsure if I actually do have. I actually can't remember if I do have the lunar compiled in. That's okay, I can compile it in. It's not a problem. Pretty certain it was breaking last time I was trying to compile it, but I can just rerun it again. I've got the Ansible there to do it. Alright, where are we? We need a new one just called GM. We'll go with question mark. That's good. We'll put it here. GM on. GM fly on. Modify speed all 5. Alright. Alright. Create another character just called, I don't know, Explorer or something. Let's go look at explore the world. Let's look at interesting things. Take me to interesting places. Teach me. No, I mainly mean pit of criminals. Very nice. I mean wonder if we can find leads and stuff. Ooh, this is cool. This is from a dungeon. Wow, that's cool. Oh. That's carrot crips. You can tell how little I played endgame. I just didn't get around to doing the endgame at all. I like that you can fly over the water. I feel like the scene in Harry Potter where he gets on the griffin and flies. Wow, whoa, oh my god, lol. Carrot Crisp was going to be a dungeon, but they didn't finish it. Oh, wow. Oh, really? So hang on, this is a completely unused... I mean, it makes sense there's no mods, but I just thought I had GM on, so maybe they weren't showing. Say what? So it's just completely unused, basically. How could we use this? That's so cool. It's an entire... Is it an instance? Interesting. The Slough of Despair. Oh, it's not an instance. Very cool. That's even cooler. Crypt. That's pretty sweet. Is this it though? Is this all of it? Am I just lost? Oh, what's up here? Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, no, okay. I thought that was how you get out, maybe. But how'd you get in, though? We just have, like, a pole to get people in? Ah. That bone pile, you fall onto it. Oh! Ah. Oh, yeah, but you don't, oh, what? Oh. Yeah, but even still, the entrance is concealed. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, my bad. Oh. Oops. Oh, modify speed all 1. Thanks. Ah, okay. Brit. How do we get back up? Come on, go, you can do it, you can do it. Get on that, get on that. It's a bit dark. They could have lit it better, couldn't they? Hey? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. I couldn't. Oh. Ah, lock. Interesting. Okay. Pauper's Walk. So even all this is empty as well. Interesting. Interesting. Crypt. Oh my god. It's like even a entire... This place is enormous. But how do you get out though? Okay, we'll do. Wow, where? God, this place is absolutely massive. That's really cool. You could do pretty cool stuff in there. Haha, iron draught door. That's funny. They're called Doodad. Wrought iron door 04. Loving it, loving it, loving it. What's in here? Nothing. Magic. The Gathering. Okay, so that takes back down again. So I come up, I just end up being up here.
It's too far away.
But you can't get through. Okay. That's interesting. See, that's like spawn people in here somehow. Okay. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Big flat open, yeah. Cool, interesting texture. This is the Emerald Dream. Really? Whoa. The Emerald Dream. Whoa, I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming and then I'm in an emerald. Whoa, what's up here? What's going on? Is that the edge? Wow. Okay, that's what that looks like from up here then. That's really cool. So hang on, it's like when you said that's the Emerald Dream, like it took place here? Or... It's cooked content, yeah, okay. Oh, look at this horrible texture on this. It's like gold. It's like you have made it. You have become a trillionaire. You have become Elon Musk. Here's your field of gold. Just stop before even making stuff. They eventually added the Emerald Dream to modern WoW. Yeah, okay. That's really cool. That's really cool. Where am I? Nowhere. Just in the greeny gold fields. That just go on forever. I wonder why they even just like... They must... So these are just like... I was just playing around basically. Hyjal is also a solid place to use. Yeah, okay. Hyjal. Ancient servers used to make leveling roads. Leveling roads in Hyjal. Leveling roads, as in you walk the path and then you can... Like you level as you go through. Ancient servers. That's really cool. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, they spawn mobs along the roads of increasing level. That's an interesting way of doing it. I like the little on the construction thing. Blizzard construction car. You'd have to get rid of them, but I think that might be a map change. Or you'd have to cover them with something, put doodads over the top of them. Only make DB edits. Yeah, right. Well, let's continue with our... So how do we... What's the first stage then? So we've got a Legion invasion on Stormwind. And it progresses based on us not... It progresses based on us not completing dailies. Or weeklies, or however we want to do it. Things respawn based on inactivity essentially, and if we do it, we push it back, and we also get access to rare NPCs, which we can then use to buy cool gear from. So that's sort of the incentive, right? Oh yeah, I do remember this place actually, because I remember coming here and looking at this structure. I crashed my game with a TP, with a teleport. Oh no! Where did you try to go to? Wow, look at this big arena. Well, not arena, but obviously like big cave, bigger. That's so cool. There's so much like just unused content in this game. Oh, what's that? Why didn't I just see that a second ago? Oh, it's just a tree. Oh, it's just a tree jump on fire. Okay. Just see the sprite from far away. TP is somewhere. Oh, nasty. I mean, we could do real out-of-pocket stuff. Do a Hero Wars thing where Footman and Archer spawn at Stormwind and run toward Goldshire. Then split it off to Red Ridge Westfall and have Legion enemies run from Sentinel Hill. We could do. I'm even just thinking. I'm honestly just even thinking. They just spawn in pockets and they just roam, and they just go on pathways So they just spawn and start walking along a path. And then when you do the quest or you fight them back, well, if you fight them back, then they just respawn. But if you do the quests, then God, this place is enormous. It doesn't have a map though, right? Like you can't go any further, any closer than that. There's no map. Then if you do the quest, then it pushes them back. You get reinforcements essentially, but you can also choose not to do the quests. Does that make sense? I'd rather track kills and grant resources to the players based on kills. Yeah, okay. If you track kills, then you could. Well, I mean, if you that's my point with the NPCs, right? If you track kills, then they can go. Then that's where you then have your recurring sort of like weekly quests, where you can track kills, and then they can go and speak to an NPC who like represents the king or something, and then that person then gives them gold, and then they can use that gold to then talk to those NPCs and buy rare stuff. But the NPCs won't come unless the area is safe, which requires you to do the other quests to make the area safe, which is manufacturing things and gathering resources to arm guards to make the area safe. Maybe that makes sense. Hope it does. It does. Sounds very Hero Wars. Never played it. Never did it. I assume it was an ancient server. Ancient server. I need a sound board. Warcraft 3 map, actually. Warcraft 3 map, actually. I need a soundboard just for you. Ancient server. Just like press it. Ancient server. I've got a stream deck. There are no new ideas, man. No new ideas. Whoa, Ooh, an old cave that has the Horde music playing. And you can't get in there. From there, anyway. Interesting. Okay, so what's the first step? And who takes it? Alright, am I remembering this best done by starting everyone in Stormwind? Yes. Oh. Oh, I see. My God. This zone is just enormous, this area. Alright, be right back. Just gonna toilet. I'm back. I'm back. Oh yeah. So having the monsters walking towards Stormwind. If we can push the monsters back to God's and interact with the interactables, do quests, we get a foothold. Okay. Yeah, okay. The interactables, don't forget, won't be in Goldshire at that point. They just appear because we make it safe for them to appear. Okay, what do you guys think? Would you want to play a Hero Wars, Hero Search server where you're pushing against Legion enemies and taking town cities? If yes, setting up allied enemy patrols that are set to walk from Stormwind to towns. Horde versus Alliance. Yeah, I think it does too. I think I do like Legion, but I reckon actually starting in Stormwind. I don't think maybe trouble means PvE. So actually, that's my point about the quests, though. See, that's my point about the quests. Is the idea is that as long as you're doing those quests, you don't need many people. In fact, I could just come in and contribute to the effort on my own. Is effectively the point. So you actually don't need anyone on the Horde side at all. You just have because that's originally that is literally what solo craft is about. Yeah, that's okay. No, it's alright. I didn't explain it very well. It's not you didn't misunderstand. You've got good ideas. I just didn't explain them very well. But it's actually more that there's that's what solo craft is, basically. Oh my god, we're in the middle of nowhere. Where even am I? I'm in a secret world. That's pretty ominous music. Where's the ancient one? Give me a quest. So we're always Alliance. We can turn off Horde character creation. It's just an idea, right? Don't need to have direct PvP either if you want players on both sides. It's true. I wouldn't even do that. I would literally just have PvE, Alliance only, Alliance versus Horde, good versus evil, depending on your perspective, right? Oh my god, I'm gonna die if I jump off here. Dragon. Just making mini resource gathering like AQ quest event. Don't know about mini. We're gonna go big. Big dick energy on this one. Whoever gets more resources wins that zone or something. Again, I don't think it has to be PvP though. I think it can be team effort PvE. Straight on in there. Missed the text. What? What text? What text? Stone Talon Mountains. In-game on a mountain. Oh. Help. Literally on the mountain. Help. That's just some board game designer, isn't it? Dev needed a ooh, what's down here? Eh? Whoa. Oh my god, he disappeared. I remember you in the bloody ninja. .py, not the person. Alright, so how do we start fire? What do we do? We can do that by, if the mobs push past, say, Fargo Mine, the player can interact with something to activate the mine. Reduces back, so long as it's held. That's a good idea. Yeah, actually using the mines. the mines could be the raw resources as well. And so that's why I originally created the sequel, to increase the amount of mining and herbalism nodes, because I wanted to be able to make those things available so that you could do those quests. So there was much more mining, raw mining out there, rather than having to go to the mines. But I like that idea as well. Alright, what's the first stage? Let's break it down into steps. What's the first stage? What's the very first thing we have to do? We have a server. We can back it up. We can run as many of them as we want. I can keep it running behind Tailscale. I can set up a new one if you want, a whole new VM, if you want SSH access. If you want me to do that as well. We should get everything into a GitLab or a GitHub as well. That's probably going to be quite important. First step is to figure out how to relatively quickly and easily set up NPC patrols from Stormwind to the enemy towns and from the towns to Stormwind. Okay, so I reckon that to achieve that, I reckon to achieve that we would need decide on the NPCs first. So what are the NPCs first of all? Agreed. So they spawn in pockets. So actually, enemies would be horde, right? They would be. Good point. Yeah, actually, sorry, just a pause. Though actually the first step is to look at the map and create zones in the map and subzones within areas. So, because even though they spawn and walk towards Stormwind, yeah, figure out the zones and paths, like where they're going to spawn and where they're going to walk to, and what's going to be there when they get there. Right, so they're going to walk along a path, they're going to get somewhere, and then they're going to oh, you offline. Non-existing file. Nice. Good job. They should be pretty easy to find too, so try to keep them on roads. We don't want patrols running through. We want the patrols to reach something, right? And then come into collision with something. So there always has to be a counter zone. Exactly, yeah, sorry, missing each other. Yeah, good way of putting it. So there has to be states where you go, okay, there's an area and it has pockets in it, and there's always a corresponding counter pocket to it. So there's always two cells, a horde cell and an alliance cell, and they're colliding. And then it's up to you to then go in and help fight, to then convert a cell, if you like, to alliance. And then you'd have to basically then say, if you have cell 1 through 10, you'd have to start off with 1 and 2 horde alliance, 3 and 4 horde alliance, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10 as good versus evil. So it's basically 5v5. And then as they take additional cells, there always has to be some cell that all the other cells are attacking and walking towards. That would be quite hard to do, actually. You'd have to dynamically, when the cell gets taken, you'd have to respawn everything or rescript everything to follow new paths. So I think what you'd probably be best doing is just having like 3 pockets where they spawn and they all converge on one. Maybe in like levels, in like tiers across the map. Get to pick which neighbouring cell to attack. So if we go to so let me just okay. So if we look at right, so here's the map on the screen, right? There's Elwyn Forest, obviously. So if you look at these key zones like castles and structures, that is actually what I mean. So if you look at the structures and the farms, effectively that's where the enemy are, right? So you could start them in, we could start a fresh install, like a season, if you like, a new season could start off with the Horde being in Stonecairn Lake, Eastlog logging camp, this little castle down here, Ridge Point Tower, Brackwell Pumpkin Patch, and they can be here, and then you can have the higher level ones in Westfall and Bridge, and then in Duskwood, and that's where this pocket of attacks come through. And there's nothing else around it, but we don't look at other areas for now, at least. And then you attack those areas, and each zone gives like +1 or +1 troll on the road. To be honest, I feel like you're slowly remaking war fronts from BFA. Yeah, probably, but that's okay. It's just a challenge, right? This can be this can just be the community project, right? Sure. That sounds fun, though. I think it sounds good. But I guess what you'd have to say is that they can take Goldshire as well. They can take Northshire, but they can't. Well, I guess we say they don't take Stormwind at any point. That's like the last sort of point where they take, and this is where players train, etc. So we have the ability for players to come in here and fight or something. And then when you reset a season, you can just reset it and say, yep, they got Stormwind, you didn't do a good job. But I would say that if you think about the fact that the player, in my opinion, is meant to be like the superhero, then one person should be able to fight back each cell over the course of, let's say, a few days worth of concerted effort. So how many, that's another thing for when it comes to balance and game mechanics, how many hours with a single person starting at level 1 in Stormwind, how many hours would they have to play to get to 60 and say the Horde are all the way on the boundary and you've got to take back each one? How long will it take for a single player to go from 1 to 60, or say 1 to 30, because let's say this zone is 1 to 30, and then go and take back Northshire on their own? What quests would you have to create? Well, you've got to have some way of it being progressive. Like if they go to Duskwood and everything's 60, then they have to be 60. I mean, the player could just start at 60. Yeah, I mean, we could just do that, right? You could just start the player at 60. Each settlement you win over gets you a level up. But that's the point, though. There is no except access to NPCs. There is no advantage. You just get access to higher level NPCs, which you can use to buy rare gear from, but you've still got to do the pushback. But then if those higher level players don't contribute and they go offline for 2 weeks, then the settlements start getting retaken, and so the lower level players have still got a level. I've got a level to then get there, right? Where am I this time? This is where you last were. Now you've... Oh, what's this tree? That's pretty. Okay, here's an idea. Northshire is a safe zone 2. And we do all the leveling there. We use Northshire to make a small scale example of the gameplay loop. So people get an intro. Get an intro to the systems that when they join. Otherwise they won't have any idea what's going on. They leave Northshire at level 60 and are ready to push. Sounds good? That's really pretty. Really pretty. What are you? Azure front. What if I kill you? Does that go away? Oh, there's another one. Hello. Ah, I see. Oh, it's so bright and bright. Jesus Christ. It really is bright. Okay, okay. I think I'm game. Wow, there's even more up here. I think I'm game. Yeah, okay, I'm game. This is Dalaran, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Well, okay. That sounds good. So we've got... God, so many zones I've not really looked at in much detail. Fire spawn over there, yeah. So, Northshire gonna need some love, and we need some ideas on how to introduce this gameplay loop in Northshire. Well, you've already got the Brotherhood in there, over on the Northshire Vineyards. You could just use the Brotherhood. They don't have to be Horde, right? Or you can add Horde in. You could add Horde in, and then in the mine, you could even get rid of the kobolds, or maybe even the kobolds are rebelling as well, rising up, and now they're dangerous. They're not green. They're not safe anymore. They're actually red and dangerous. And then it just becomes a case of off you go, and then you just level really quickly. It's okay if they level really quick. And then you'd have a few quests in there. Coming from the mine. Yeah. Yeah, you do quests, and the quests are like, go and do this, blah, blah, blah. And as you do the quest, you get like... Another thing you can do as well with the quest, and this is one I did try to do with a book, but I couldn't get it working, was to create a quest so that when you complete it, it just gives you 10 levels. Doesn't give you experience. It just looks at your level and goes, cool, you're level 1, right, you're level 10 now. And then you do another one and goes, great, you're level 20 now. And then you can go and speak to your respective trainer in Northshire who can be bolstered to contain all of the skills. And then you can go and get skills. And you get paid a lot of gold because it's just last ditch effort. And so when you leave, you've got most of your skills. You've got, say, green items. And you can, maybe not even all skills as well. That would be interesting. Just give them enough to, they need to then, oh, that's actually, give them an incentive to go to Stormwind. So they can't stop spawning. How do one do phasing? That was not a thing, really. There is phasing in Azeroth Core, yeah. Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, you'd have to do phasing if you wanted to stop respawning. I wouldn't stop them respawning. I wouldn't stop them respawning in Northshire. I would just basically... But phasing is better because of quest states, yeah. I wonder if... Alright, here we go. He's got it. He's got it. He said he had it, and I've been stood here just waiting for like 20 seconds. God. No! We have a miniature setup in the overworld set up in Northshire. This means device coming from the north. The phasing is just like a setting on quests and things, and you can put the player into a phase and stuff like that. You can change the player's phase. And so like phase 1 would be as it is now, phase 2 would then blah blah blah. When you quill the kobolds, they stop spawning, you turn and you get your level book, and the defiers start coming. Okay, I'm not sure what the overworld mean. I don't know what you mean by overworld. Miniature setup in the overworld, set up in the north side. This means the fires coming from the orcs coming down from the mountains and kobolds coming from the mines. First quest is to follow the footmen to quell the kobolds, which shows you the whole pushing course back NPC spells thing. Okay, okay. When you so you start here, you push the kobolds back, you head over here, you go you push, push. Maybe you even go in the mine, push, you push them in, and then it's like cool, let's go to the next stage, and then you come over here, and then there's orcs coming down from the mountains here. And they're like sort of in these hills, like in here, they're in here. No, I mean, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Or you have the orcs over here, maybe. Maybe they've come down the waterfall or something. It's like, you fight. They're over here on the river, you fight. And then you work your way over here, and then you go to the Fires Brotherhood. Or you do the Brotherhood and then the orcs, or whatever. And then you fight, and then you come back to here. And then you're like ding, and then you go out into the world. Exactly, you got it, Michael. Now you get the whole loop. When you're done, it sends you to Stormwind. I wouldn't even send them to Storm. Oh yeah, the quest just says go to Stormwind, and then they come out into the world, and then there's just hordes of horde, literally, around here. And then you can push through, level, get yourself, and then you can fight your way to Goldshire. I wonder if you could do it so that, or they could fight their way to Goldshire and just take it if they wanted to. Alright, so how do you then do the loop? So you've got to basically detect the kills, detect the quest hand-ins. It may not be, okay. So you detect the loot, so you detect the kills, you store things in a table, and then based on how many quests get handed in, how many raw materials, how many kills happen. The only thing I'd be worried about would be you would get a bit samey. You could probably use quest zones, like the quest things. You know, the ones that draw on the map and say this is where the quest is, maybe. And maybe there's like global quests that players always have. It would get a bit samey pretty quickly, so I wonder. I wonder if when you. Well, that's why I like the idea of having elites in the open world. So, like, for example, if you push back Goldshire and then you get back to Forest Edge, right, and you take back them, then what that can do is open up Westfall. So you can't get to Westfall at all unless you've taken back those two. Then when you get to Westfall, this can be just filled with, like, roaming elites that you can take on. So it's the same sort of concept, but there's also, like, roaming elites and rares in here. In an untaken zone, elites. Make all enemies in an untaken zone elites. Yeah, and then when you take a zone, it pushes the elites back. And then Duskwood can be the same, and blah, blah, blah. And then, what's going on here? There we go, click. And then, I was also thinking with those other places, like those crypts we were just in, I wonder if you can make it so that, like, there are teleportation devices scattered around these 3 zones that you take and it takes you there, and it's like a mini game. It's almost like a dungeon, quote unquote dungeon. My idea would be whenever you take the node, timer starts ticking, and you can either choose to invest resources to keep it, and the costs ramp up. If the timer runs out, it gets retaken. I like that. Yeah. So when you you fight back. You do a particular set of quests that target a specific set of... Okay, so if you go to Stormwind, what you can do is you can have lieutenants that represent different parts of... that represent different nodes, which represent, like, Forest Edge, Goldshire, Eastvale logging camp, then you can go and do their quest, and if you do their quest and give them the resources, because you personally might have like a liking for Stonekern Lake or the Eastvale logging camp, like you personally might love that zone, you might love the way it's laid out, the way it's designed, so you want to invest your energy there and you want to take it back because that meant something to you back during launch. That was a great zone that you loved and you miss. Okay, great. So you head towards that, and then when it unlocks, when you get there, there are additional quests there that you can then do, which help you maintain that node. Oh, I wonder if you can do it also. Ooh, so when the player gets to 60 via Northshire, we can gatekeep the sort of like the higher end. We can still gatekeep the sort of end game spells, the ranks of the end game spells, by making it so that they've got to go to Westfall, Dustwood or Ridgewood to get access to them. So in order to do that, they've actually got to take nodes, fight back, so they can actually even speak to the higher level mage to train the higher level ranks, or the higher level paladin to train the higher level ranks. Also, I was thinking you could have it so that each node offers something unique in terms of gear. So like Forest Edge's got like shields, you know, Logging Camp is where like you get your cloth. Westfall, there's a merchant there who does swords, and that's where you're getting like your blues and your epic swords and stuff that you can buy for gold. And so it forces you to have to fight to get access to it. So you've got to take nodes, and then you've got to maintain those nodes constantly in order to then get to Westfall. Also, another thing to consider is if I take Goldshire and then I take Forest Edge, and that gets me access to, like, say, a node in Westfall. Yeah, so exactly. So Goldshire can be where the swords and stuff are made. So you can be like, cool, if you want to upgrade your sword or your shield or your mail or your plate, you've got to get Goldshire. And then the Eastvale logging camp can be like, if you want your cloth, you've got to take that. And then if you want like your warlock stuff, you've got to take Stonekern Lake, because there's a warlock there that lives in the lake or something. But here's the thing, if I take Goldshire and then I take Forest Edge and that opens up Westfall, what if I only then maintain on Forest Edge and I lose Goldshire? Do I maintain Forest Edge? And can I get back? I assume we'd make it so that you can still like sort of sneak around the nodes and sneak your way like through the forest and get back into Stormwind and stuff. And you'd have a mount as well, so you can sort of run around still, right? That makes sense, doesn't it? I'd say yes, but only way out is sneak through or griffin. Okay, so you can't use your mount, so we'd have to place griffins inside of these zones. I'm not sure. Can that be done without client-side Fireswan? Can you just place griffins and create new flight paths? Pretty certain that'll be client-side. I think having the mount and then just having the mobs so dense that, like, if you wanted to sneak through from Forest Edge and get to Stormwind, then you'd have to like sort of fight through here. Like you'd have to sneak your way through, but it won't show on the client as well. You could just have portals. If you take a node, you get a mage with a portal. Takes you back to Stormwind, and then there's a portal in Stormwind that takes you back to Forest Edge. But that mage only spawns if you've taken the node. That works. Fits within the lore, makes sense. What the fuck? Well, make them expensive. Make them expensive. That's a good point. Make them expensive. Make it so that if you take a portal to Stormwind. See, that's why nodes require exactly, because you need to provide resources so that they've actually got a. To maintain they've got to maintain the mage, right, and other things. Sitting on the sky. Oh, why would I do that? I did create a jumping puzzle. I think I still have it actually. in here and here around here. I created this jumping puzzle that went up and around these trees. Went and you have to get like on the roof. Get here, and I think I was going to go over here, but I didn't in the end. Yeah. So, but I guess we need to just decide on the map, the nodes. Then we need to find the NPC models. We need to gather a big list of IDs, model IDs. Then we need to just spawn them in place. Well, first of all, we need to take those NPC models and use them in Northshire in order to get a list, in order to get the mobs there. Then we need to do the mechanics. Yeah, okay. Sure. And 4 men out of the RE. I definitely consider more contested territory than the default aligned zones. You mean actually leave the aligned zone as it is, but then just have go to some contested territory somewhere. I think just because these areas are just so well known though, they're like iconic. So rather than going to like Burning Steps, which is contested, I believe, then like, because even Red Ridge isn't contested, I don't think. It's pretty much it's alliance. So I think you'd have to go to like the closest one with like Burning. Yeah, I don't think it sounds unusual. I think the idea is that it's either a complete, it's a what if scenario, right? Like, what if the Horde banded together and got so strong that they got over to the Eastern Kingdoms and took a lot of these zones. Like, we were like fast forwarding like 50 years, and it's like it's been 50 years, constant war. Like, and then it's basically, you know, Stormwind is the last bastion. Hellscream took over the Horde, Thrall never made it back. Yeah, big war, no mercy. Deep dick in the Alliance, absolutely, 100%. Just hardcore brutality, just hardcore, just like dark, just like pure dark, a dark fantasy. Even free Thrall at some point. Side quest with Jaina. Mana Bomb. Oh no. Maybe he's not using Mana Bomb. Maybe he's got cocky. Maybe he's seen how quickly he's taken a lot of these lands. And you know what as well? We could even do it so that he doesn't have Ironforge. Right, so he doesn't have Ironforge. So we can even keep the main sort of like cities, and then we can defuse in the bomb. Yeah, we can even make it so that it doesn't have all of the, doesn't have like Ironforge. So there's always like 2 cities or something. Because then you can get the tram from Stormwind, right, to Ironforge. And Ironforge would be actually quite hard to take. It is a fortress. Would actually be quite difficult to take. Okay. Hmm.
Well met.
Well met. Hey mate,
What can I do for you?
what can I do for you?
Hello.
I like how they're not attacking each other. They must just be different. Oh, they're friendly. Okay. Well, I still think it would work from a lore. Don't forget, when you're creating lore, you can just take the mana bomb out of it. You can just say it never existed. I'd just take the mana bomb out. Sounds silly anyway. Sounds like it's just a nuke. Yeah, it sounds like it's just a nuclear weapon. Just remove it. It basically is a nuke. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm gonna go make a coffee. I'll be back in like 10 minutes, okay? Have fun, you guys. Have a think you think. back for a few minutes. Just waiting for the old coffee to boil. We'll be done in a few minutes. Garrosh gathered most of Alliance officers on large forces. Theramore just dropped a nuke on them and more. Every one of them one of the modern plot points I didn't agree with. Okay, what do we do then? Oh no, what's this?
I can't use that. I can't use that.
I can't use that.
I can't use that.
Why is she saying that in such a little cute manner?
I can't use that.
What's it?
How are you?
How are you?
Great to meet you.
Okay,
Safe travels.
let's fly through the map. There we go. We're going through the map. We're going through the map. Oh yeah, we're flying through the map. Yeah, absolutely. It's gone. It's already been deleted. So we can clearly see that flight paths are just point to point or something by the looks of it. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Dragon. This is amazing. Well, whatever it is, it's point to point. You've broken the whole game. The whole world is ruined. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna stop the stream. Dragon broke everything. Look at this. How can we exist in this world, Dragon? You're a smart script. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. What an absolute mad lad. I've never been to where we're going, by the way. La 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 la. What are we going? When are we gonna get there? Oh. You did that, didn't you? You did that, didn't you? Eh? I was actually looking forward to seeing where it'd end up. Well, I think if we... So we have to gather the Cobalt model IDs with .npc info. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So we'd have to get all these IDs. These will be spawn points. These will be like spawn points. But actually no, there'll be individual entries actually. With wonder set. We'll have wonder set to so many meters. And then we'll have to change them to sort of be out and sort of closer to the abbey. We'll need to create doodads down here. We'll need to create like, you know, barricades and NPCs and stuff around here. And then even just doing this area is a relatively big job. But what we really need is a big collection of model IDs and things that we can spawn, and game objects you can spawn on the map without modifying the client. Right, so you have to find them, and that's one of the... It is doable, but it's one of the hardest things I found is finding those assets. I find it really difficult to find them. Okay, I'll be right back. Just gotta go get the coffee. Standing by. Let him rip. Very gassy. Oh my god. Mana bomb. Requires the final code. I have it. I have the final code. Use it. Use it. Use the final code. What happens if you trigger that? I want it to explode. How does it explode? Yeah, please fire spawn. That would be great. It doesn't explode. We'll mod the game and make it explode. God. I fell. Therefore I am Jesus. Or Lucifer. Lucifer. One of them. Can you go up there now? No, you fall down but you can't go out. Oh, great. Can you verify that Cobalt Worker NPC ID 257? Can you verify that Cobalt Worker NPC ID? What do you mean by verify it? Do you mean the model or? Ugh. 257 loot, that's a loot table. 257, current entry 257, yeah. Yeah. Display ID is 2299. Interesting, okay, that is good. That is interesting actually. Very true, but now find things like these tents and the little campfires. Because if you look at the campfires, you can hover over them, so they're interactable. All the like little boxes, all these stuff. Some of them are static and some of them aren't. Find the ones that aren't, so you can just do game, add game object. That's the hard part. Thanks, mate. That's the hard part. If you can solve that, then we can just build a massive database of them with the codes. We can document it all. I can do a video on it, and then that will be a massive help. Are the things you spawn via commands persisted in the yes, they are. Yeah, they're effectively game objects. So you're effectively finding like game objects and stuff, and then spawning them in, and then they get added to the DB. So they do persist. Yeah. They do indeed persist. What are we looking at stats wise? 5 viewers at the moment. 8 in total. So putting them in, that's actually an interesting point, actually, Trouble, because you've got a few ways in which to do this. You can write the sequel. You can come into the game world. Okay, you can come into the game world. And you can look at something and go, okay, I want to place it. I want to place that thing. Yeah, I like that angle. I want to place it here, right? So you get your XY, GPS. So you get your XY, you note it down, and then you go over to the sequel. You write the sequel, inject it into the DB, you do a restart, and then you go, okay, yeah, that looks like that framed right. Or you stand here and you go, actually, I'm just going to spawn it right here. And then you export it from the DB after the fact. So then it's in the DB and it's active in the world. And then you go to the database and you export that sequel. It is much faster. It is much faster to do. And then you export the database and you say, okay, cool, if you want to replicate all of this, here's the database. And so coming in and spawning it all in here as a GM and patching things and go and create, like, so say you want a wall across here. And you've got to create 3 of them. You'd like spawn one in, then delete it, spawn it, and go, that's perfect, and add another one here, and then add another one here. It does mean we can collab on it, yeah, without writing without SQL access at all. Yeah, correct. Yeah, and then we can, and then you export the sequel. Yeah, there is one I did have. No, maybe I don't have it anymore. It might have been model search. There was one I had that you could click things at spawn things, but I never could get it to work. Not well, anyway. What's it called? What's it called, though? It might not be broken. I'm just an idiot. File servers, GM add-on. What was it called again? Was the Genie one? That's good. That's good. Is it GM Genie? I remember this one, and didn't it like help you build things really quickly? Yeah, this thing. Yeah, this thing. I'm not sure if this is what you're referring to, but I remember they had all these like add object, but I just couldn't get it to work. Like the object and NPCs and stuff. I was probably just using it wrong. And to be fair, I don't think I looked into it all that much. We can actually just go straight in and we can add it straight on in there. GM Genie, baby. Boom! Azeroth admin. Okay. Azeroth admin. Azeroth admin. 4 months ago, very nice. Oh, was that in game? Wow. Oh, that looks even better. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that does look better. Okay. And it's Azeroth core as well. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, mate. Oh, mate. I like it. Can't I just do like dot of reload to make that visible? Have I got to restart the whole client? I'll just do the whole client, whatever. I can do G-object lookup nearby easily using arrow, but can I do statics? Well, statics are baked into the map, aren't they? Aren't they literally baked into the client side, like baked in, aren't they? Oh, what? Oh, maybe I didn't do that right. Oh, Azeroth admin. Ugh, that's stupid. Fuck you, GitHub. Stupid goddamn naming convention. Yeah, that's the thing that pisses me off the most about the way they went ahead and designed these things. Like, I understand baking it in can be easier, send it to the client, blah blah blah, but oh god. I don't care about mouse over. I don't care about mouse over. Yeah. There are definitely things that you can add in that you can't mouse over, like boxes and stuff, and I do have a huge collection in the docs. If I go to idea, I'm pretty certain I've got oh, okay. I'll agree to that, I guess. If it's a docs, GM. No, it's not in this project. It's in Daisy, the old Daisy, I think. Daisy, docs, creatures, IDs, no. What's going on? There you go, Nelf tent, Orc tent. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's promising. Okay, that's promising. I won't bother looking at those IDs then. Right, that looks really good. Not. What's going on here? How do I move that? Wow, it gives you all the players and everything. That's really cool. Bloody hell, it gives you the Azure Core revision ID and everything. That's mental. I just supposed to change this though. Like, what am I looking at here? What's this big? Oh, there we go. It's gone now, I think. Left click to toggle the menu, or shift click to reload the UI. Shift click. Shift click. Reload UI. Brett. Brett. What's this thing in the middle? Okay. Does that like take me there? Okay, cool. Yeah, cool, okay. So let's have a look at toggle the window with game over functions, object nearby, distance 10, 0, so game objects, okay. Object target, object near, okay, targets the nearest object. 4, okay. Or does that just close the window? Okay. It's a bit janky looking, but that's okay. How did you get that list up? When you spawn an object, there are links in chat to move, delete, or do whatever. Black candle. Okay. Object near. So we've got candle black 01. Okay. I don't know what that is. It's obviously something like these black things hovering here, maybe. None now. So now we couldn't find none. Now we can find 6 over here. Okay. 5 over here. That window is object search. Why can't I move the... Oh, there we go. Stupid thing. Why can't it... Can I not just get it to show me... Show the model? Okay. Oh, that's a shame. It can't actually show the model. No, it can't do that. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. That would have been super handy. But this is still a massive step forward, though. Rotate right. Don't rotate it right, because I don't even... Oh, I've been spawned everywhere. Okay. 10. Oh, quest search, item search, object search. Can I not just search like near me? Like, you got it to show you an actual list. Oh, I see. You did a search for like tent. Right, okay. I see. Okay. Yeah, okay. So then... PewDiePie made a Linux video. What did he say? Is he using it? It wouldn't surprise me. Well, found our wall, guys. We're good. Found our wall. It's not solid, but I found it, okay? Oh, it is solid. Okay, sorry guys, I've sort of created the wall. The fact it gives you these things here is like, god damn, that's really clever. Super clever. We will need custom NPCs yet. There's links in the chat if you're using this add-on. Oh, that teleport function's nice. No, it's not too crazy. Custom NPCs, we will do for the quest givers, but I've got some experience there. So that's not too hard to do. Daily, weekly quest things, pretty easy. Not too big of an issue. No. I was going to say they are bad, aren't they? Eastern Playgrounds. South Ironforge. Give me old Ironforge. Oh, what the? Old Ironforge, what is this? Okay. This sounds cool. Yeah, it is on the ground. Tell me about it. Make those spawn NPCs have the right patrol path. Could probably do a smart script, but a Luna would be smarter. Using a Luna would be better. With the paths, you can just put them in the database, and you give it. So as a GM, you can just go and plot them with an ID. We just have to agree ahead of time on the IDs. Make sure we're keeping like a spreadsheet of IDs, as well as like NPC IDs, object IDs, exactly. And then you can just do add waypoint, and you add a waypoint 1 and 2, then 3. You start the ID, and I think it auto increments it. And then when you spawn the creature, you say that's the path I want you to follow, and it'll just go boom, and it'll start following it. And then you can set waypoints like have pauses on them. You can have play emotes on them. You can have a waypoint play emote so they can all stop and like throw their hands in the air and be like, oh god, why are we here? Or whatever you want. Oh, I did not know this existed, baby. Oh my god. Oh my god. This looks like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. This is an old version of Ironforge. But it's so tiny. Oh, I see you down there. Oh, I see you down there too. But I just came in through the. Oh, I see. I missed that part there. Yeah. Okay. So this is what the original Ironforge was going to look like. This is how they were going to make it. It's very tight, isn't it? It's really. Yeah, I remember the Bron, whatever his name is, Bran or whatever. I don't remember exactly what this was intended for. Very cool. Alright, so we're going to need a Google Drive, which I'm happy to set up. What happens if it gets this door? It looks barricaded. Barricaded! Okay. To speak with the earth. It's a lot of quotes there, man. Daemondan, the intention of this area was unclear, but it was not meant to be part of regular Ironforge. Thanks for that, though, in the YouTube chat. Thanks, mate. Welcome to the stream. Well, I think it's really cool. I love discovering all these like little hidden parts. It's really, really interesting to see what they did and didn't do, and how far they took it, and like did they just stop with it. And sometimes you can see with these zones where they've just gone, no, stop with that now. We don't want any further development on that. Like here, like there's just nothing here, right? Oh well, except this is meant to be where they come and talk to the earth. As you can see there, that's obviously the closest point to this like crystal, which is the Azeroth crystal stuff, right? Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate it. Lockmodon. Valley of Kings. Loving the teleport feature. That's actually really, really handy. That's not inspired by Lord of the Rings at all. Not inspired by Lord of the Rings at all. Alright, I'm happy to collect model NPC IDs we'll need. Thanks, Fire. Okay, cool. Ritual Was just them speaking to themselves because there's no Earth spirits, and Earth was the Azeroth spirit that only champion managed to contact. The reason he was rock. Yeah, alright, so when they were speaking, so even Azeroth wasn't listening to them, so they were just talking to nothing, basically. Well, we can change the law. We can do what we want. So I'm going to say that they were speaking to the fart god, who gave them the farts. Okay, so where are we? Let's go on this roof. We should put a quest on this roof. It spawns a jumping quest, and you got to jump from this roof to this roof. Okay, what else do I need to do here? Show log of actions done. Alright, server. It's a shame this can't handle the creating logins and stuff. That would be good. No, don't want transparency. Crapses. Ironforge kings are buried in the Hall of Thanes, and the old throne is here as well. Also, within this cavernous area is the ancient, weathered Ironforge, perhaps the greatest Titan artifact ever. From the Warcraft RPG. Non-canon. Oh. Okay. Apply weather. No, that's so cool. Can we change the can we change the time of day? That's based on the clock, isn't it? I hate that. I wish I could change the time of day, because sometimes when I'm filming, I'm like, I want it to be like daytime, so I get a lot of light when I'm doing machinima. Switch that output. There we go. What if we come down to the ground? Ooh. That's really cool. I'm so glad I can do that. What about sand? Well, literally just create a sandstorm. That's a bit mental. Good for atmosphere though. How long does it last for, the weather cycle? Is it just default, standard? Fog. We'll go with rain. No, we'll go, yeah, we'll go with rain. I like rain. Hide you Anakins. Tickets. Teleport. Gob. Okay. Gob nearby. None. Okay, what about here? See, like little flag things like this. Gob nearby. No, 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 no. Okay, wooden chair. What do you mean? Object target. What's that just done? Wooden chair. Why is there a wooden chair got selected? Why is that just like the default or something? Why did they pick that particular chair? That's just what I'm trying to understand the mod. What do you mean? Delete, delete, delete. I can't even delete it now.
It's too far away.
It's too far away. Object nearby. Spawn time full. 2 minutes remain 0 seconds. Okay, delete. That God will be like, why is there just a random... Why has it just started raining all of a sudden, and why is there a chair there? Go to the selected object. Okay. Okay, add the object del. There's probably a chair somewhere just being deleted. What was that? Like a number on my head. What? What's going on? Oh, I see. I've got 1 AXP. Okay. Oh, it must be fires killing something. Okay. NPCs. Oh, Oh, hang on. What the hell? No. Seriously? That's me, right? But can you look at other... Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. You scaled me up. Oh my god. Yeah, instead of a pay rise, he gave me the share on the patrol. Pff, bureaucracy, yeah. They gave me a chair. Well, hang on. So how does this do? So... Okay. Easy enough. There you go. Morph, demorph, NPC add. Adds a copy of the NPC at your current location. Okay. Imagine you could copy a whole player and it came to life and started running around. Andrew! There you go, way add. There you go, fire. Adds a waypoint to the stack. Creature GUID must be in the below box. So you put the GUID in of you. So you can actually spawn one of the NPCs, dude. Like here. And then get the GUID of it. And then you can just do add a waypoint. And then as long as you get it right, you can just sort of... You can sort of just like walk over here and then go add one, add one, add one, add one. And it'll just follow it. But... There's a ways of adding waypoint that like... Yeah, we'll only need to do it once. Well, you don't want them all following the waypoint, because they'll clump over the top of each other. They won't like step separate from each other, they'll just all walk to it. So they'll all overlap, and then eventually they'll just have like 6 people all walking on top of each other. So you'd need to decide on... Yeah, we could use it in the lure, we could attach it to the creature. Well, if you create pathways that are predefined from node to node, so you can have an attack pathway, a patrol pathway, and then you want patrols to consist of, say, 3 monsters. You don't want them to have too many in, because don't forget, you want it so that a single player can effectively play if they want to. Right? You want them to be able to, like... You want a single player to be able to contribute. Rep. A single player will be able to contribute in my mind because there will be friendly NPCs clashing with the NPCs along the road, and we'll be doing most of the tanking. Right, okay, I see what you mean. So the way I see it is I would have it like I would have it what's that area called? Yeah, okay, I'd have it like the oh, what's it called? It's in it's not Dragonflight. It's in the latest expansion where you come in and you're on the you come in on the beachfront basically, and they're all just fighting. Yeah. And then basically everyone's just fighting. I know what you mean. So you've got friendly NPCs that have effectively got the aggro right, and then you can just pick off ones that you want to attack. Okay. So I think for this time round we need to do a lot of planning around the where and the where and the what. So we need model IDs. We need to decide on nodes, node placement, and then once we've done that, we then need to decide what a node looks like when it's been occupied by the enemy, and I know what it looks like when it's been occupied by the player. Once we've decided on the concepts, so we have the imaginings down, Then we need to script it so that... Then we need to script it so that when the game detects a particular node has been taken, it despawns everything else and adds everything. So it changes the state of the node constantly. And do we want to do that while the players are active? So is that where the phases would come in? That would be complicated. You couldn't do phasing for that because you'd need a phase for every possible permutation. So you'd end up using tons of phases just to... And I want it to be a single world. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you could even do Northshire without phasing. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
How are you?
My God. Oh my God.
Great.
What the fuck? That was a big ass mod, man. Ha! Test grow, 7 days remaining. It looked like you looped around. Oh wow, you actually overflowed it. Did you see that? It looped around. You got to like 180 or something. Phasing doesn't work for the overworld setup. Yeah, including level players. Remember that the client still gets data for NPCs it can't see. Yeah, they do become slower and slower. Rename it Lex Login. How would you do that with an NPC? That doesn't make any sense. Oh good, you can do all the leveling up here as well. But how does it apply? Oh, learn. Oh, Titan? Yes, I can speak Titan now. I can speak Titan now. All speeds. 88, go. Whee. There's a spider. I think it's going to permanently rain in this zone now. What the hell? You do a freeze on it. Automation root spell. Rooted. Alright, well we have a plan. By the sound of it, we have a plan. Oh no. No. Haha, respawned. Yay. Come to me. Oh. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Let me, there you go. You can actually see the waypoints. And you can click on them as well. So there's the last waypoint, and then she'll walk back down there again. And then she'll walk to there. And then she'll come back again. Yeah, cool. Okay. Okay. So, we need model IDs. Do you want me to create a separate server? Separate VM. I could put it on Tailscale as well, just to invite you to it. No, we don't need a name right now. We need to do it first. Right now, we've literally just said shit. That's the problem. We need a Google folder, Google Drive folder with documents in, spreadsheets that needs to be written down, and it needs a plan it. I'm not the boss. We're the boss. We are one and all together. Let me go to here. Make sure Counterman. Yeah. Dry my drive. Come on, mate. What's going on here? It's not my drive. What the hell? Huh? It's confusing as hell. Good night, have fun. Yeah, you do. Have fun. Good night. Good night. Hang on. Why? Sorry, just wondering why Google isn't showing me my entire drive. What the hell? This is weird as hell. What account am I on here? Oh, there we go. I was like, her? But Google Drive. Because we need to document this stuff. We can't just sit in our brains. It has to be done properly. We'll call it World of LOL. Yeah, just use Google Docs. Perfectly acceptable. We'll call it World of X. An idea. Used by enterprises the world over. Perfectly usable tool. And seeing as no one else is going to do it, I'll do it. IDs. Come on now. Get out of it. Alright, NPCs. GOPS. Maps. Let's go with nodes. So you need node ID, zone. Got the map, zone, X, Y, Z. Okay, what else do we need? So we go World of League of Legends. Exactly, it's League of Legends in WoW, but it's also WoW inside of League of Legends. It's like inside itself. Horde have reached most of the world. A massive invasion. Stormwind and Ironforge are the only cities. Each player can contribute to the defending forces. Fight back. Players can take nodes by contributing combat plus profession plus raw materials plus professions output. So like items from professions. I think that gives people options. which is just modified Hero Wars Siege concept from both custom games. There's a map called Hero Wars. Wow, that's cool. You are old. This is very true. Players can take nodes where country combat plus roll returns items from professions. Okay. When a node is resolved by enemies, mobs are spawned on a timer who charge towards the next node. When a node is controlled by a player, or players, I should say, then friendly NPCs spawn and charge the next enemy node. That's a point, yeah. You'll need to make it so that when a player controls a node, they can oops, I'm sorry, that was on the wrong window. They can NPCs will spawn from there and go outwards to the enemy nodes, creating like a pushing force. Okay. Players have to maintain control. Flashbang warning. Yeah, sorry about that. That went very bright very quickly, didn't it? Players have to maintain control over nodes with both mechanics. Warcraft pre-Star. I'm pretty certain Warcraft was pre-Starcraft by a long shot. I'm pretty certain it was. Yeah, like Warcraft is definitely pre-Starcraft. God, I miss the old Starcraft. So good. Players make control over nodes with above mechanics. Random elites roam the open world for extra loot and money. With the roaming elites as well, you'd probably want them to have like rare drops, like a good loot table with some pretty nice drops to encourage going out there. Okay, let's think of some of the other ideas that we went over. So let's just go. Actually, let me just create a series of elite roam the open world. Players still have a strong freedom of movement. Get a mount in Northshire. Hunting logs, not hunting logs, like hunting dailies, weeklies for the elites for extra incentives. Nodes, okay. Nodes represent towns and locations. Nodes are either player or enemy or horde controlled. Nodes are either controlled by, nodes are represent towns, let's controlled by a player. Completing quests completing a variety. Oh, that's an idea actually. When it comes to how does that look? Fill up a bar, each activity fill up the bar a bit, and then big push with NPCs happens. I think it's basically a case of you complete quests, and then when you speak to those NPCs, they can give you an indication of how close they are to having enough resources to do a push, and then a push constitutes you taking a node. So you complete quests that are effectively designed to say, okay, we have node A, but we want node B. So we've got node A and we've got node B. So the quests would be in node A, and there would be quests specifically for providing the resources for node B. So you can go out and mine, gather, herbalism, fish, or you can get the other professions and you can make stuff to feed into those quests, or you can just go out and fight in the open world, and whenever you do a kill, you could then detect the kill, and then you could have a hook that says, okay, well, if you kill a creature within this range of IDs, then you're attacking this particular node, and then therefore you've contributed to the node with 1 point. And then if you complete a gathering quest, then that's 2 points. A professions quest would be like 3 points. And so you've got to do 3 kills to match, or that kind of thing. This sounds cool. What have I stumbled across here? Are you making your own server? I'll come back to that in a sec. Sort of. So then when you get to like 100 points of activity for that particular node, and anything related to that node, then the quests in A for node B can then either stay the same, you keep doing them in order to maintain, you take control of node B, and then they'll then question node B for node C. Does that make sense? It's like a chain. And then node D and then node E, and then when you stop maintaining the nodes, they drop. But of course, as a player on your own, you couldn't maintain like a chain of 3 or 4 nodes unless you're doing, basically just effectively just playing the game on your own constantly. But that's okay, it's designed to be multiplayer, so so what are you so what I'm doing is we have a private server, a wild private server. As you can see, I'm a giant gnome. I was speaking to Invictive here, and we're discussing on how to build a sort of world shaping, so a mod that allows the player to fend off a horde attack against most of Azeroth by taking nodes. It does. I reckon though, another way of looking at it, Fire, is once you've taken a node, you keep the node, and then you just do a server reset. You just do seasons, man. Like, it just runs once every like 6 months or something. So we can just yeah. I think that would work. So like every 3 months you just do a reset. Yeah, it was in my head as well. I actually had I think I had a mirror board with some graphics laid out showing the attack vectors and stuff. It wasn't Horde though, it was Defias. It was all based purely on the Defias coming out of Westfall. So my original idea was just the Defias Brotherhood. They'd taken the whole of Westfall, and then they were pushing at the edge here, Forest's Edge, but nothing else had been touched. Oh, they took Duskwood as well. That's where the attack came from. And they took those 2 zones, and then as the player you then went in and did quests to take them back. But that was designed purely for a single player. Very narrative and quest driven. But yeah, I like this idea. Perfect for Daisy, exactly. Daisy's pretty much done now, really. I need to go in and just yeah, no worries. Dan. This is really cool. This is really cool. This is cool, Krilly. No worries, man. Thanks for coming along. See you next Sunday. Unfortunately, I can't make it any earlier for you Europeans, because otherwise it'd be like 5 in the morning for me, which is a bit mental. But yeah. So I think that when... Yeah, okay. Actually, another way of doing a fire is you do a reset, but you don't lose your character. I could do it later. I could do it in the evening. But then this is sort of the same issue. Like, if I get up too early in the morning, then it interrupts the wife, and she doesn't want me getting up too early in the morning. And then if I do it late at night, I'm coming to bed too late. But I can certainly, I mean, we can look at a... Like, if we look at a time zone converter... and then if we do, like, London, say... The problem is the sheer amount of time zone we're covered here. Because you've got Firespawn who's in East Coast, New Hampshire, East Coast US. Then you've got people in, like, Far Eastern Europe, in, like, Romania. Ugh. Thanks, Savvy Time. Get your shit together. Yeah, maybe I did. That would be really funny if that actually broke it. Probably just bad luck. Probably just a coincidence, to be honest. Never seen it go down though. It's usually pretty solid. Yeah, I didn't like Romania. Sector... What the... Wow, it does not like Romania at all. Okay. Then we will go Prague. Okay, fine. So then if we look at a... If we go to like... See, I've got to come to like 9 PM before you get to 7 AM. So someone's got to be up early in the morning, right? So Fire's got to be up at 7 AM. And so if I go to 10, then it's afternoon and evening and stuff. Yeah, and exactly, it ain't happening. Exactly so. Like, no matter the way, no matter which way you look at it, it ain't working. Which is why I stream at 7 in the morning, because this is the time when it just about squeezes in Europe, but it's still really late for Eastern Europe. It's got a gun. Gun, right. Do it! It's putting a gun to your head. Okay. Anyway, yeah, sorry. So we can do a server reset. I wonder if you could even do it, right, so that every sort of like, say, the end of every month you do a reset. And then you go, okay, cool. Like, how well did the attack do? How well did the players do? And then depending on the reset, you might then be able to go... Depending on the reset, you might then be able to say... there was a big pushback, and now the mobs that are in the nodes are like elites, or like are more powerful. Or weaker, depending on if the players did poorly. Almost like self-balances itself. Or, the other option looking at it is, you just keep building it, right? Yeah, self-balance setup so that it constantly scales itself would probably be best, because then it would just never end. The other option, of course, is we just keep adding more and more zones in. Because once we've got a setup going, it might be easy to go to a zone, add a node, do NPCs, add them in, make sure they've got unique IDs, set up pathways, and then you're done. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It should feel like the whole like of the world is at war. Literally, it's literally the World of Warcraft, right? So you just keep going from zone to zone. But I reckon that would get boring pretty quickly. Because like why would you go all the way down to like why would you go all the way down to Booty Bay? Right, why would you need to go down there? Okay, so why would you need to go to Booty Bay, right?
Time is money, friend.
I would keep it open world. I like the idea, but I would keep it open world. So I would have like mega world bosses. I wouldn't have an instance. I would keep it. Yeah, an open world raid, exactly. And then I'd have locations like where there's like a big ass boss, so like Eversong would. But then the question becomes is, do you need to control every node leading all the way up to say Eversong Woods to then fight the boss, or can you just get strong enough in your zone, get enough gear, and then go and fight the boss? This is why I like the idea of there being like a big sort of open world epic mob inside of each zone. Yeah, that's a good point actually. So you basically complete it, you do a push, you take the node, that's it, you own the node. It's your node. Also, from a time perspective, how many nodes would you have in a given zone? I honestly think that there should only be like maybe 2 at most. Don't worry, don't do seasonal resets. The world is the world. You complete it. It's a game. It has an end, and that's you kill all the bosses. Done. Done. I do too. I like it having a deterministic like finale, and then when you're done, we're like, okay, let's start again. How do we make it harder, or how do we make it different? How do we make it harder? How do we make it different? But we can come to that later on, right? We can go, cool, everyone won, that was great, sweet. Custom spells, yeah, we can start looking at mini bosses, exactly. We can start adding in more stuff, right? Yeah. So what's the first stage then to the base, getting the base done? Well, let's get the idea down. Yeah, it's true. Right, so what is the concept? So what is the concept? So let's go, whole world, whole of Azeroth is at war. Hero Siege. Don't think I've seen Hero Siege, so let's go have a look. This thing. Thanks, Dragon. Have a good sleep, mate. Thank you for going along. Thank you for trolling me in the game and making me 17 times larger than I should be. Be surprised if you haven't done that before you've left. No, you haven't. Alright, good on you. Thanks, mate. Okay, rather just the concept. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, I don't care about the name just now. I just care about getting the idea down. Okay, zones are controlled by nodes. Which players can complete quests to take back. Okay, objectives include taking back nodes, killing world bosses. Let's say killing world mini bosses. Progressing to key locations. Progressing to key locations to eventually reach world bosses. World bosses require, let's say, 3 to 5 players. Mini bosses require 1 to 3. Okay, let's have a look. So, what's it? NPCs spawned should be related to resources, quests completed, and the nodes you have already. I reckon keep it simpler than that for now, and we can make it more complicated in version 2. Yeah, I see where you come. I'd just keep it simple for now. I like it, but I reckon just keep it so that when you take a node, you gain additional NPCs. Controlled nodes offer unique special vendors offering big rewards for big money, blue items, epics, etc. Epic open world, epic mobs allow for epic mobs allow for players to potentially earn good end game gear. Okay. Agreed. Yeah. So you kill things, or you complete you complete profession-related quests, or even just fetch quests, and then you get gold, and then the NPCs. But I would also have like extra rare stuff as well. I would just have, because then there's an incentive, right, to go out into the open world. Because like if you have like, you know, an elite mob just roaming the land, and they can drop like a rare mount, because don't forget, how are you going to give access to like all the rare mounts and stuff in a way that sort of makes sense? Sorry, just scratching my foot. Then you can just have like a mob, you know, a monster roaming the world. Exactly. So there has to be an incentive, right? There has to be an incentive. You could even time gate it. You could even make it so that, like, say you've got a node. So say again you own Stormwind, that's a node. You can never not have Stormwind. And then Goldshire's is node B, right? So you can go, okay, well actually if there's a daily and weeklies, then you have your gatekeeping already. So you do your dailies, and that gets you, say, 10% of the way there. You do your weeklies on, say, at the same time, that gets you another 10, but that gets you, say, 20% of the way there. So now you've got 30% of the way there. But now you can't do the weekly for another week, and you can't get the other 10% until tomorrow. So what else do you do if you want to continue playing? And so that naturally then means that those quests are only available in short bursts. So then it's going out and killing things. But also, I really like the Guild Wars 2 getting EXP for exploring the world. So I like the idea of, if you go and explore, you get like certain points around the node, while it's in control of the enemy, you kill spies and scouts, and that gets you progression. So you've got to go out and find them in the map. Yeah, explode could give gold rather than EXP. Yeah, because you'd already be 60. But I wouldn't even give gold. I would have it so that you literally get node progression by going out and finding scouts in the wild, and then you kill them, and then you get like 2% towards node progression. And so you might have 5 scouts, so that's another 10% if you go out and find and kill those scouts, then they don't respawn, right? Or maybe they do. Maybe they do respawn. No, actually no, I wouldn't have them respawn. I'd have them one-time kills, no respawn. Because you're clearing out the area. And then you can have like enemy encampments that you can attack the node itself and go and kill things if you want, but I'd say the mobs in there would probably be elite. Not necessarily single player. I wouldn't say. I would say more... Think more... Single player is definitely the option. Is definitely the... It's definitely designed for the single player. But if like we've got like 2 or 3 of us on a private server, then you say, okay, cool, if 5 of you are on a server... Yeah, like, exactly, and then base it around the concept of there being 5 people max. And then if someone sets up a server and it's got 500 people on it, then, okay, I guess it's going to be a really quick server then, right? Because everyone can... Yeah, we'll just figure that out. I wouldn't even bother. I'd just say, have the system in place. If you have 1 player, then it goes slower. If they've got 5, then it goes quicker. If they've got 50, it goes even faster again. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't even make it so that we've got to host the servers ourselves. You just basically have it so that people... They're just realms, right? You just create realms. You'd even reuse the same auth server. You just reuse the same auth server and you just create realms. Yeah. And you could just have, you know, this world, that world, etc. And then you just invite people in, right? Because that's the thing as well, don't forget, there's no open registration. If you just say 5 people get per server, and then that's it. We don't make any money from it. We just mod it, and then we make it open source. If people want to then go and create their own server for their friends, I'm going to do a video on Tailscale and creating a private WoW server. I'm going to call it the private WoW server, or the truly private WoW server, which is they're using Tailscale to set it up, get your friends involved. And then they come in and connect, and then you can just play from someone's computer as long as they've got a decent connection. And away you go. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what solo craft is all about. But this is basically a case of going, cool, we max out 5 people. We recommend you only play with up to 5 people. If you've got 15 friends that you want to play with, okay, you can do that if you want to, but we've designed it for 5 max. So 15 means that 15 people every day can do the dailies and the weeklies, which means they'll get those nodes really quickly. And they'll be able to just power through, because then they'll get the next set of dailies and weeklies, which will be available to them straight away. So on and so forth. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Let me, I'm going to go offline shortly, dude, so I'll add your email to this privately on the background here. Yeah. I sent you a link, but you should also get a, an email as well. But I'll add you to that folder. Yeah, my advice would be lots of planning, lots of writing down. Don't take too much action in code yet. Play around in the game, spawn things and go, oh yeah, if we do this, then we can do that, and work out what's possible, definitely. But my advice is keep it really simple, using just the AI, just the GM commands, database changes, to get as much input in place as possible. Then add Lua on, to then add the complexity around nodes, and then leave it at that, and then make sure you get that working. Then do the dailies that let you take things back. Yeah, okay, cool. And then basically we effectively just do a lot of writing is the key. The key is to just do a lot of writing up front and a lot of organizing up front, rather than just powering through and go, cool, let's do this and let's do that, and then you're just smashing GM commands in and doing this and blah blah blah. Instead, you want to have a system whereby you are you want to have a system instead where you are effectively organizing it all, and then you're executing once you've got a plan, solid plan done. Yeah. This is sounding good, bruh. It's sounding good, bruh. Awesome, man. This looks amazing for days and could be a really cool game. I think it could, and we just take our time, right? We just progress it. It isn't going to be done in 5 minutes. It can take 5 months. It can take the whole year. Take the rest of the year to get to a point where we share it with the world, right? Yeah. And I think if we just use no client mods, purely Blizzard's assets, pre-existing assets, and then it's just all custom SQL changes, server configuration, and Lua. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Haha, you got warned. Capital letters, but no downloads. I need to fix the bot, man. Need to change him. But yeah, just like super, just super simple. Super simple. Oh, Alan, sorry, Corda, I didn't have your... Alan Corda, I have a question. Is it a good idea to learn C++ by trying to play around with coding coding a private WoW server? If you do, if so, do you have any tips on what I should do? Okay, well, definitely modding a game is without a doubt a good way to learn how to code. Firestorm would be more of an authority than me, but I would say that the C++ in Azeroth Core probably isn't the best to learn from or try and sort of hack against, or like I consider it to be quite messy C++ and not very good. It's also quite old C++ as well. So what I would say is, first of all, I would say, do you yeah, an exercise in pain without a doubt. What I would say is, do you have to learn C++? Do you have a specific reason for that, Alan? And if not, then what I would suggest is stick to modding games, but I would either learn Lua and then use mod Luna for Azeroth Core to then mod WoW through Lua, or I just want to learn C++ for job. Well, if you need to learn C++, then it's certainly going to be an experience for sure. It's going to be a bit painful and a bit dirty though. What I would use is something like Space Traders. I think it's called Space Traders. I always forget the friggin' name of it. Put this in the chat for you. I would write I'd use your C++ skills to write a mod for that, to write a client for that. So that's a HTTP endpoint that allows you to play like a space game. You write it. Write a bot in C++ that talks to that HTTPS endpoint and automates the game in some way. That's what I would do. That's what I would do, because then you can use modern C++, modern C++ tools, modern IDEs. I mean, you can use a modern IDE with Azeroth Core as well, but seen this before. Yeah, I would build your own client for I think it's just a dead zone. I'd build your own client for space traders and then leave it at that. Okay, I think that's just a big empty thing for lore. I don't think it actually means anything. It's just for visualization, I think. Giant unopenable gate. What's behind it there? Oh, Westfall. Okay, cool. Oh, it's the underside of the... Oh, okay, it's the dead mines. It's where the boat is inside the dead mines. There's a cave, and it's just there for lore reasons, for visualization of the lore, so that it makes logical sense that that's where the cave would be and that's where the ship would come out. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, sounds like we're having fun. No, it was never designed for flying at all. None of them were really at this point, right? Well, except for Outland and stuff, and Northrend. Oh, there's a mod for that. Client-side mod for that. It's got a few errors though. Has bugs in it, unfortunately. Well, hopefully that helps, Alan. I'm going to go offline now. That was a really, really good stream. I think we nailed a lot there. And I shall be back next week. But I'll also be available through the week to chat as well. Just reach out, and then we can have a talk about it and progress it that way. Thanks, Alan. I will. Morning for me, 10 AM. Go get my ramen soon. Have a shower and go get my ramen. Cool. See you later. Go try to learn something. Yeah, let us know how you go. Go look at that API. Write some C++ to talk to it, and come back. Come back and let us know. Laters. I'm just going to end the stream on YouTube. Bye.